Third round about to get underway here. Dave Jansen in the blue, Dennis Davis in the brown, and I've got it. First one could have gone either way, but it might be 2-0 Jansen.
Right back to that takedown. I thought that Dennis Davis was going to make this more stand up in the third round, coming out throwing his punches. He's got him in a guillotine again. He really is putting these guillotines in deep. Jansen keeps getting out of him. Let's see if he can get out of this one.
Coach, do you think that maybe you got to say the guillotine is not going to work against Dave Jansen and go to another technique?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of times that I think that, especially when Dennis was working in the corner. But I'll tell you right now, Sean, he's now he's released it, but
flow from above the eyebrow of Jansen.
Yeah, he had that one in deep, but again, Jansen's just he's been here before, you know. And the guillotine is one of those moves that if you don't get it, you've burnt an awful lot of energy, and I think Dennis has to save as much energy as he can.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Dennis is going to have to end this spectacularly with a slam to a ground and pound or some kind of a knockout. Jansen looks like a tough guy to submit, and it probably is ahead on the judges' scorecards.
Absolutely. I think Jansen's up 2 rounds to none, and look, he's in complete control. Dennis is still in trouble here.
He's so effortless in his transitions. Jansen is an exciting kid to watch. Oh, set up for a suplex.
Wow. Oops. Right over the back. I think he landed a bit on the back of his own head on that one.
Shades of his coach Matt Lindland and Felanico Vitali there. The old suplex onto your own head.
He's still okay though. He's breathing. He's stuck underneath Dennis Davis here.
Got that single, or almost had it.
Yeah, Dennis could play his game smart here. This could be a turnaround in the last round.
And a nice punch under the left arm by Dennis Davis. He's a crafty vet. Look at him punching underneath the arms.
Yeah, I'd like to see him try and work around behind Jansen right now. Otherwise, he's just going to keep getting stuck in this same position.
Jansen got a hold very smartly of that right leg of Dennis Davis. It'll be tough for Dennis to go to another position here.
Yeah, I think Dennis could pop that right hip down, press him out nice and tight, and work behind him. Though Dennis is going to, I think, end up back on his back if he doesn't scoot out of this position, because he's not being active with his hands anyways. He's got to get those hand punches going. Right now, to me, he's just resting.
Yeah, I wonder if Jansen's a little shook up from dropping Davis on his own face there.
Could be. It looks like he's slowed down quite a bit since that suplex.
Collar, if you will. Dennis peppering him with punches. Those are the kind of punches that a heavy will give a guy and say, hey, where's that guy I'm looking for, huh?
Absolutely. Now look at Jansen's being kind of smart here. He knows he's having a hard time getting a hold of Dennis's legs. So I think he's working him towards that corner into those ropes, so he's not going to be able to sprawl out. Now Dennis, you see him being smart, trying to move behind him anyways.
Yeah, Dennis doesn't want his back up against that Affliction band poster. It's going to be a great pay-per-view, but you don't want to be stuck in that corner getting pounded on.
Absolutely. That is a show that I'm really looking forward to. It's going to be a great one.
Ooh, Fedor Emelianenko fighting in America for the first time. If I had a time machine, I'd be there July 19th right now.
Absolutely. Ooh. Oh, up and over the back.
Up, and there he goes. Jansen pins him in the corner. That's what he was trying to set up a moment ago.
See, Dennis kind of catching his breath. No time to do that right now. You should be climbing those ropes.
Mazzagatti warning him, don't put those elbows on the ropes. It's another one of the sort of tricks about fighting in the ring. Although these ropes are pretty loose, and I don't think they're going to give you much leverage. There was, before these fights tonight, there were boxing matches in the ring, which were spectacular, put on by Banner Promotions. And it's sort of a loose boxing ring rope setup.
Absolutely, you know, it's tough to put a show on with both sports being in the same ring, but you know, both fighters are playing on the same surface, so it's still a fair match.
And Dennis isn't supposed to be putting his elbows on the ropes anyway, so
absolutely,
maybe it works out the right way here. Dennis again with those punches under the arm to the face. It might be a case of too little, too late, as he's running out of time here. About 50 seconds left. Jansen, you know, willing to give up this third round, it seems like, knowing that he's got the first 2 in the bag.
Well, he's
really he's stopped going for anything, I would say.
Yeah, he's definitely in a little bit of trouble here for something. Working his way around. Dennis is in control here. I'm liking this.
Yeah, Dennis, maybe one last guillotine attempt. Not much time. I think he should stand back and start banging. There he is, knees to the body. I like that technique.
Absolutely. In that position, obviously, with the knee, with Jansen's knees on the floor and hand on the floor, he couldn't knee him to the head, so he goes to the body. That's experience.
10 seconds. 10 seconds, and Davis going for a guillotine. I think he needs to try to, one last big finish here. Jansen back to his feet.
Can't let him get this takedown.
That's it. 3 grueling rounds there by 2 guys, very much ground and pound fighters, sort of mirror images of each other.
I got to tell you, Sean, that was a classic Team Quest matchup. That's 2 Team Quest guys going at it with each other. You know, you've seen some rough, hard-hitting stand-up and a lot of grueling ground and pound.